Welcome back to Tech by Pike. Today in the studio, we're very excited to have the new Razer Blade 18-inch gaming laptop. This laptop comes with that 13th gen i9 13950HX processor. It comes with an RTX 4090. Also comes with an 18-inch QHD 240Hz display. It also has 32 gigabytes RAM with that ultra-fast 5600MHz, and then it has 2 terabytes of SSD storage. It can be upgraded to 8 terabytes. We're very excited about having this here. We want to unbox it. We want to check out the chassis, the keyboard, the trackpad. We want to check out the I/O. We want to weigh this thing and then crack it open and see if we can check out the internals. So this is a first look at this particular laptop. We're going to have some future videos around benchmarking and gaming, but we do want to slip in just a little bit of benchmarking, a little bit of gaming in this video as well, just to kind of give us a little bit of a taste of what's to come. So without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, we're going to unbox this thing. Now, a lot of manufacturers lately have gone to the larger chassis on laptops. And the thought behind it is the bigger the chassis, the more space, the better airflow, better cooling, hence better performance. All right, we got the power brick here. We'll just take that out. And then, looks like we got the laptop. This thing is heavy. All right, let's go ahead and start with the power brick here. So we got our cables. Let's go ahead and unwrap that real quick. Okay, it's not as long as other cables I've seen. I wish they would make that a longer one, but that's okay. We can do without it being long. All right, let's check out the power brick. I'm guessing this is 330 watts, but let's make sure. Sure enough, 330 watts. You know, I want to go ahead and grab the other power brick I have from the Gigabyte and do a quick little comparison. It's the same specs as this Razer Blade. The only difference is the Gigabyte is a 17.3 inch and this is 18. Hold on just a moment while I grab that. The Razer Blade itself, it's power brick. So this is the Gigabyte power brick, 330 watts, and this is the Razer Blade. That is quite the difference. Wow. Okay. And we'll set the Razer power brick off to the side and get to the main event. Let's go ahead and take it out of its wrapping here. And I do like the way they box the Razer blades. Really nice. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but go green with Razer, our commitment to sustainability. Wow, that is truly awesome. And big. I mean, the 17-inch isn't much smaller than this, but this just feels massive in the hands. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take out the propaganda and put away the laptop box. Let's go ahead and open up the pouch here, and I'm expecting some microfiber cloth. These Razer blades tend to be fingerprint magnets. Some stickers, which we'll never use. Thank you for choosing Razer Blade. Support.razer.com in case you need help. Congratulations, you own a Razer. And then you got the Razer Blade 18. Looks like it's kind of a starter booklet here. It tells you a little bit about the laptop, the different I/O, and all the different aspects of how to turn it on. Excellent. Good to have if you're a first-time owner. We've had a few of these. All right, let's go ahead and open up the laptop unwrap. Wow, that is really nice. Look at that. You know, and the design doesn't change. I mean, it's been this design for years with the green serpent on the top of the lid. More than likely it lights up. Let's go ahead and see if we can open this 18-inch with one finger. The hinges are very, very tight. We'll move this out of the way. Wow, really nice. I mean, Razer Blade really prides themselves on the look and the durability and just the way the laptops look so clean. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out Screen Wobble. I'm going to open it up one more time, and I hit the camera with my hat. Here we go. No screen wobble whatsoever. We're going to check out a little bit of flex. None. Let's see if we can get a little flex towards the middle here, down at the bottom of the screen. Nothing. Really nice and tight. Everything feels excellent. We're going to swing that around. All right, let's check out the keyboard here. You know, with a laptop so big, so much area here, surface area, you would think they put in a numpad, but no such luck. Keyboard feels good. Trackpad is nice and smooth, and it clicks all the way to the top. You have those grills right here, and then you got the power button. It used to be up above the keyboard all by itself, but last year they moved it down into the keyboard. And then we got our 1080p camera, we got some mics. It all just looks really great. There's absolutely no flex in the keyboard deck at all. It's all very sturdy. Oh, there is a little bit of flex in the keyboard itself though. That's a little surprising. So just be aware of that, but everything else feels pretty good. All right. Let's check out the I/O. Okay, we're going to look at the I/O here. I think we're going to start on the right-hand side first. We have our UHS 2 full-size SD card slot here, which is very nice. And then we have our USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C port, and then we also have a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A port, and then we have our HDMI 2.1 port, and then a Kensington lock there. And I don't know if you can see this, but we have a speaker grill kind of downward facing. We're going to check out the I/O on the left hand side here. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but underneath the sticker here we got our power port. We got our Ethernet port. We have some more USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports. And then we have a USB Type-C Thunderbolt port. And then we have our headphone mic jack combo. So great stuff. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over here. And then as you can see, we have 3 fans. I think this one's sitting right in the middle of the battery. We have some rubber feet, 3 of them, 2 short ones, and then a long one in the back. And then we have a number of, I'm guessing, T6 screws. Razer Blade tends to use kind of a softer material, metal, on the screws, and so they're really prone to stripping. So we're going to have to be very, very careful. I'm going to flip this back over because there's something that I did forget in the unboxing portion of it, and it was to check out the flex on top of the laptop. And it's pretty good around the edges, but once you get in the middle, yes, there's some flex, which, you know, when you got that kind of real estate, it's bound to do that. So anyway, one more flip up with the one finger, no problem. All right, let's go ahead and weigh this laptop. All right, let's weigh the laptop by itself here. Okay, 6 pounds, 11.8 ounces, and then we're going to add the brick and the cables. Comes out to about 8 pounds, around 10.8 ounces. Okay, we were able to remove the 10 T5 screws. They're very, very small, so make sure you keep track of them. Remember too that this laptop is constructed out of a CNC aluminum. So I think I forgot to mention that, but if you're a razor blade enthusiast, you already know it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move that off to the side. First thing we see here is our, split 2-cell battery. I didn't even notice that when I was looking through the bottom panel. I didn't realize they'd split the battery into 2, and I believe this is a 91.7 watt battery. We have the 2 downward facing speakers. These are more robust from what I understand, and just to let you know, this laptop does come with 6 speakers, so you have a few of them that are up firing as well. And from what I understand, they're excellent, and we're going to go ahead and check that out. I'm a little disappointed here. I thought it was going to be one 2 terabyte SSD, and we had the open slot, but they have two 1 terabyte SSDs, and I don't even think these are RAID 0, if I remember right. They just advertise it as 2 terabytes. So you got your fan here, keeps all of this pretty cool. You'll also notice too that the fans, the CPU and GPU, you have your vapor chamber, but the 2 fans don't have exhaust going out the back. So I'm guessing to make room for these more robust fans, and because you have the vapor chamber, obviously they thought that they didn't need it, and this laptop keeps very, very cool without having the exhaust out the sides, but out the back, just like normal. The Wi-Fi card here is an Intel, it's an AX211 it looks like, and that is swappable, and then you got your CMOS battery right there in case you run into some kind of trouble overclocking or something. And then we got, this came with 32 gigs, I got 2 16 gig DIMMs here. I want to remove this, don't do this without unhooking the battery. So don't do as I do. And I'm going to bring that up for you to get a better look. All right, 16 gigs, 5600 megahertz, DDR5. I'm going to go ahead and put that back. I think it was on the flip side here. So that's pretty much it, I think, for the internals. We're going to go ahead and turn this on and check out maybe a little bit of benchmarking and some gaming and see how it initially performs. As a precursor to our next video, where we're going to do some more in-depth performance tests, we did do some synthetic benchmarking and just a little bit of gaming to get some FPS scores, and we're going to post it in this video. We started out our synthetic benchmarking utilizing 3D Mark Time Spy, where we got a graphics score of 19,794 and a CPU score of 12,170. We also went over to Cinebench, where we got a multi-core score of 25,854 and a single core score of 2,065 for that testing. We did leverage some in-game benchmarking, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where we got frames rendered of 26,636 and an average FPS score of 171. We played a couple games, starting with Spider-Man Remastered off of Steam, where we were getting an average FPS score of 105 to 110 on average, and that game was set to high. We also broke out some Hogwarts Legacy, which tends to be a favorite nowadays, and we got, where the game was set on high, an average FPS score of 130 to 135. pretty decent.
Rest easy, my large friend.
So that is the unboxing and first look at the Razer Blade 18-inch gaming laptop. We got this beast out on the Best Buy website for just a little over $5,000. That's a lot of money to plunk down for a gaming laptop. I think the thing that keeps us coming back to Razer Blade is the quality of build, the fact that it's made out of one unibody CNC aluminum chassis, the clean lines of this particular laptop lineup, and just the way it feels and the way it's built to last. In previous versions, last few years, the performance really didn't feel like it matched the price point that Razer was selling these laptops at. I'm seeing some promising glimpse of the performance on this year's Razer Blade laptops, the 16 and 18, maybe starting to match maybe the price point. I'm not sure yet, and I want to prove that they are, or prove that they're not. So we're going to do some more benchmarking, we're going to do some more gaming, we're going to do some more real world type of work on this laptop. We'll check out the 1080p camera, the speakers, all the different features this laptop brings, and decide for ourselves whether it's worth it or not. So anyway, stay tuned for those videos, and we'll post them as soon as we have them. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from Tech by Pike, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Helps the channel. Not only that, brings more videos like this to you. And for that, we thank you. We'll see you in the next one.